Hello everyone and welcome to Battle of the Beasts episode 61. I'm your host Adam Ferns and this is the third battle of round 3. This is beating two very aggressive beasts when it comes to acid use. Both in their battles and in their books. Krestor the Crushing Terror of Series 7 and Lustor the Acid Dart of Series 10. Krestor is obviously the larger beast out of them. Not really serpentine, but is more serpentine than Lustor. I don't even need to check the Bible for these height sizes so far this series. Krestor is the largest out of them, I know that. If Krestor loses, it won't really matter because there's still four more beasts of Series 7 left. And if Lustor loses, then there'll just be Noctilla left. And to see Noctilla's opponent. Noctilla is next in this battle, and I just saw his opponent, and I'm going to have a hard time with that fight. Anyway, in round 1, Krestor was the Slayer of Stealth, and in round 2, Krestor was the Slayer of... Why can't I remember? No, that's not in the playlist yet. Okay, I need to add that later. Komodo, the Lizard King. Okay, so as I'm recording this, I normally check the previous battle so I can know without having to remember. But I just remembered after I realised that, wait, that battle's not in there. So, Krestor was the Slayer of Stealth in round 1 and Komodo in round 2. And Lustor, being the last beast to fight in both rounds, now being the third in this round, the third set anyway, beaten Shamani in round 1 and Tauron in round 2. Anything else? Not really. Okay, the arena for these two, one is built for oceany arena, one's built for a swamp arena. I'm probably going to say Krestor is actually built for a swamp arena because I just realised, why would there be an acid spurter in the ocean? So yeah, for the arena, as I think it'll be fair, it's going to be a marshy, swampy area. Lustor's home territory. Krestor's new to this, but should be adjusted to it. So I think it'll be fine. It's just Krestor anyway. I like Krestor, so I guess it's fine. Okay. Oh god. So if there's any spectators here, please leave now because I guarantee you there's going to be some acid raining down on the seats, and umbrellas won't help. So yeah, let's get into this fight. As both beasts exit from their chambers, Krestor just charges out, going as fast as he can, going straight for the middle of the arena, diving into the water of the marsh or swamp, and swims to the centre, completely out of sight. He can see above the water, but no one can see under the water. Lustor marches out and starts making his way towards the centre. Because Lustor can swim actually. It's based off a toad. So Lustor makes his way towards the centre as well. Doesn't see Krestor swimming. Okay, I'm going to guess the marsh is really deep down, so really deep water. So Krestor is swimming very deep down. Lustor's just making his way towards the centre, onto the little island in the centre. He fails to notice that Krestor is lurking underneath Lustor, and he sneaks up behind Lustor. As Lustor starts making his way onto the middle, Krestor sticks his head out, grabs Lustor by the leg, and just pulls him back down. Using one of his claw gill things, he grabs Lustor by the chest, digs his claws into him, and just pulls him deeper down. Now, toads aren't actually made for deep water, was whatever Krestor's based off is. I don't even need to ask someone about that. I know it is. Can't really explain why, but yeah. Lustor sticks out his tongue and just whips it directly into Krestor's back, not really affecting him because he's acid resistant. So Lustor gets his claws, stabs Krestor in his claw, and uses his other claw to stab Krestor in the nose, causing him to let go. Lustor, as quick as he can, swims back to the surface to get out from being sunk, being killed underwater. Gets onto the island, and what's that? Okay, and just builds up acid in his throat and shoots up into the sky. As it's raining acid, Lustor is immune to it. Krestor pokes his head up to be greeted by a ton of acid. It hits Krestor, but doesn't seem to affect him. Lustor gives a look of confusion, and Krestor answers his question why the acid isn't hurting him by spitting out acid from his spikes on his own. As Lustor understands that, he realises he can't rely on his acid to kill Krestor. However, as Lustor was mesmerised, Krestor uses his head and just swings it, hitting Lustor completely, knocking him from the centre of the arena straight into the wall of the arena. As Lustor tries to regain himself, he sees Krestor basically doing jaws, making his way upwards towards Lustor with the most sinister glare that any beast has given so far in this tournament. He jumps for the lard ass he is, Lustor. He jumps up and lands on Krestor's head, digging his course directly into Krestor's back. Krestor recoils back in pain and starts swinging his head around to try and lose Lustor. Krestor then gets the idea, because Lustor will have to let go. Krestor does this one thing. So he jumps out of the water and dives right back into it, going to the deepest possible point. Lustor, not being able to go to deep waters because toads normally can't, releases his grip on Lustor and starts retreating back. When Krestor feels the fact that he is let go, he turns round, hits Lustor with his claw, causing him to go sideways, that way, just that way, and he bites down on Lustor's leg again, and just swaying him about, just dazing him completely, knocking the wind out of him basically. He then takes Lustor back to the surface, and whilst Lustor is still trying to regain himself, hanging upside down, I have you know, Krestor gets his head like this, just close to the water, then swings upwards, throwing Lustor upwards into the sky. Whilst Lustor is making his way down now, Lustor finally understands where he is. In the sky, falling down to see a very angry Krestor waiting for him at the bottom. Lustor realises nothing he can do, just waits for himself to land. However, Krestor moves his head out of the way for Lustor to land, just to hit it. Sorry if you're hearing the creaks on my chair, because I'm really moving it today. Krestor swings his head directly into Lustor as he's coming down, knocking him straight into the other side of the arena. Krestor swims up towards Lustor, again, whilst Lustor's trying to regain himself, lifts up his hand, Krestor does, and puts it right over Lustor's head, digging his claws into him, lifting him up, and just smashing him repeatedly into the ground and chucking him into the centre of the arena again. It's kind of like that one scene from the Avengers where Loki is like, "I am a god, you filthy," and Hulk just completely destroys him and says, "Puny god." I believe I wanted to do that with a previous fight in round 2, but I couldn't remember which fight it was, and if I was to do that, I'm really sad I didn't. But here we are, I'm doing it now. Lustor is now in the centre of the arena, very badly injured, trying to do the best he can to try and win. Krestor is already standing tall above Lustor when Lustor regains himself. Before he can even think, Krestor smashes his head directly on top of Lustor, hitting the ground, crushing Lustor. And just to make sure the job is done, Krestor digs his claws into Lustor, into the top half of Lustor, pulls it up, digs his claws into the bottom half, and just pulls as far as he could, breaking Krestor. That's the cross of both. Breaking Lustor in half. The winner of this fight is Krestor, finally is in his natural habitat, and the loser is Lustor in his natural habitat. Okay, if you think the battle should have gone a different way, please leave in the comments below why you think that. But unfortunately, my decision is final. I said this so many times. And with that being said, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw or heard, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down in the corner below. Join me for the next Beast Battle, episode 62, where it will have Crab, Master of the Sea, versus Noctilla, the Death Owl. Water versus air. This is going to be interesting. And with that being said, I've been Adam Ferns, and I'll see you next time.